What's good, superstars? Back with another VV video. You got Superstar Joe. You got Superstar Rob in the building. How's it going, Rob?
Good, you?
I've been practicing my karate chop. Guys, if you're new here, do not forget, become a superstar. Hit the subscribe button down below. You're going to drive into the gas station. You're going to park your car. You're going to go out to fill the gas. You're going to put the thing in the gas tank, and you push a button, and it's going to be full already. You're going to go back in the car. It's going to cost you $0 to fill up. You're going to say, what just happened? You're going to say, oh, yeah, I remember. I became a superstar. That's what happens to superstars every single day. Get that juju, become a superstar. Not hit the bell too as well. You'll know when we post lives, especially if we're doing interviews with like the team of Veve. I mean, we've seen some excuses of people not seeing the interview. It's because they didn't have the bell on. So make sure you have the bell on.
You've been warned.
Also, $2.99 a month. Hit the join button down below. You can become a superstar VIP. We actually have a couple new superstar VIPs. I'll shout them out when I get to that page, and shout out your page in the comments down below. But you get a nice star next to your name. We got a spreadsheet we're going to be using again today, showing if we're going for the drop, explaining our price predictions and probability of profits. It also has a sub tab that talks about how to sleep, or if you're going to sweep the floor, what your dollar amounts should be. Also, Rob showing one of the perks that we just recently sold out of. We sold out the hats, Rob. I don't even know if you know that, but we
I know.
All 20 are reserved. We're going to try and go through the payment method. If there are issues, we might have a rebound. We don't know, but we're going to reach out to everybody who reserved, and we're going to try and figure out a way to make it happen. So that'll be happening.
I think we had one extra. I think we sold on. There might be one extra person that wants one.
Yeah, maybe we'll figure something out with that one.
Yeah.
So let's see what happens. But guys, if you are new here, like we said, you also get to advertise if you are a VIP. So shout out Double C. I have an auction up for Web of Spider-Man number 32, part 4. Secret Rare mint number 852 for 125 gems. So a 3-digit mint of a Secret Rare for 125 gems. Doesn't sound bad to me.
I hope it didn't expire. He did land this. He posted this yesterday. We forgot to do it. Maybe you should go repost the auction if it expired, if it didn't sell. Repost the auction. Double C, local boy right here, Toronto Maple Leafs. Let's go.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like the Leafs. These are the rest of our VIP. Shout out your page if you're on one of these pages. Hopefully not too many of you guys drop off after tomorrow, because I think that's the anniversary date of today. It'll be the anniversary date of Kobe donating 70 subscriptions. But shout out to Ian Barnes and Dolly for becoming the newest superstar VIPs. We hope to make you proud with what we bring to the VIP.
Yep, superstar comic book consultant Ian Barnes.
You can also follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. There are our handles. On Twitter, you will find us on the Veve app, and it will help you get some more MCP, because having friends and talking on there, I think, is really good.
Yeah, I always like these day before drop videos. We can have some fun.
Yeah. Me and Rob are a little bit on different pages here, so you guys will see that. We have the Decon Day 2 stuff that came through. I'm just going to quickly scroll through it. Hopefully, we'll get a better overview of these on the day before that they are dropped. But we got the skateboards, 40 gems, and we got 750, 550, and 450, and 250. So very limited.
Yeah,
these ones I really like. These TNES or TNES, I don't know how you say it. The Never Ending Story. There you go. Little dinos. They're pretty cute stuff. I like these things.
These are crazy limited though. 250 is that is like secret rare level right there.
Yeah. So we got the Illazillas and a common, only 990, but 30 gems. So it's not that crazy. I mean, to get into these.
Well, if you think about it, it's not like the IP is like insane, right? Like, so like 30 gems is still 30 gems, especially if you're buying up the whole set.
So they got the different elements. You got fire, you got earth. I think earth might be my favorite one, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
You get the little grass growing. You got metal element. This one's cool. It doesn't have a face. Wood element.
Yeah.
And water element is your secret rare. Only 111 of those. So that could be a
that's crazy.
That could be a Donnie club over there. Who knows?
That's what I don't understand, right? Like, it's so rare at that point. It's like you can only own so many of them. Wow. Yeah. I mean, not a bad option. I think if you do go for it, I guess it's a blind box format, is it? Or is it different price?
I believe so. They're all the same price.
If you hit the water element, I think you're pretty much easy money on that one.
Yeah, that might be one worth going for. We got the soy milk. From Monkey King. So it's just a one-off, and there are 1,188 for 65 gems. I think it's a little expensive, but different type of art, not something I'm used to.
Yeah, it's very different. Some Monster Inc. Feelings to it.
And I think this is supposed to be like the grail of the weekend. We got the human poster or not poster statue here,
Yeah.
and it is 1,288 for 120 gems.
I'm surprised they didn't sell the pedestal that goes with it.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
But honestly, like I think it's is one of 5 installation works created for Homebody, an award-winning immersive show using video projection technology. So I'm curious to see how this works. Like if it looks like it has some kind of a concave convex. They're trying to show it off a little bit by rotating it
Yeah, the
slightly.
face,
You can see
the face has some like different lighting going on. Like they're talking about
some
projection.
dimension.
Yeah. Very, very Roman architecture,
Yeah. So who knows how that'll look when you actually get to play around with it. But 120 gems, not cheap. Yeah.
That is not cheap by any means. And I'm not knowledgeable enough about this artist. Maybe let us know below on why Veve thinks they can sell it for that many gems. Let us know below.
Yep. So I wanted to shout out on our Instagram, on our Twitter. Keep comment stack on, reminding you guys 300 will be epic, just like Decon Kickoff.
Oh my god, I love this video.
He played an amazing video on it. Of course,
man.
This is
him. The music. He had the music in the background too.
Yeah, I'm not gonna play that, but Superstar Money T-shirt on, and you can see David and Dan there.
He said he's doing it again.
Yeah, he better do it.
Yeah.
That'll be awesome. But then you can see here, Mr. Dan Crothers recognizing the shirt. Hey, that's Superstar Money. And Dave's like, hey, Superstar Money,
buddy.
come back here.
Back in the line, buddy. You don't have a Superstar Money's t-shirt. Go back in the line.
Let me take a picture here.
Keep calm, stack on. You're a legend. You're Hall of Famer. Let me get a photo of the Hall of Famer because he's in the Hall of Fame. We need a photo of this. Get fanboyed. There you go.
And there you go. Veve Magic's in the house too. So you got to have the voiceover just so you guys know exactly what Dave and Dan were saying. I think we did a good job. I was Dan. You were Dave. Today, I went for the drop and I hit. And I got a pretty decent hit. Common number 847. So a 3-digit common, which is my wheelhouse.
Yeah.
The one thing that you will notice if you read the comments there is that I sold it to a superstar. I didn't realize.
It's so funny.
So somebody bought it, ended up selling it for 175, and then I found a better deal on a little bit of a lower mint, so I got lucky that way.
Yeah, I didn't get it. I went for the drop. Unfortunately, I was like kind of distracted. I was banging the buy now button. I was hitting it on time, but then I kept banging it, so it didn't register it until it was too late. You kind of have to stop when you go with the button mash approach. Kind of got to pull back right when it registers to get it. But I'm glad that you got it, Joe.
I did the timing method. So, I mean, the spam method worked for you on AF15 and the timing didn't work for me. And this time the timing worked for me and didn't work for you. But but it's okay. But we got Superstar Jimbo Lee Lungo, VIP. And today is a good day. Must be the UU. So that was cool. And he tagged David U, and Alex G, and I think even Alex liked it. The UU or the Juju? What is it, guys? So
it's the Juju UU.
I had to ask. David U hasn't answered yet, but maybe he'll see this video.
We'll find out soon. I mean, the Veve team has confirmed that Juju is real. Recently, Full Out asked him, and he confirmed. So
exactly. Maybe that's just how you pronounce Juju instead of Juju. It's UU. I don't know.
In Spanish, right?
Yeah, in Spanish, maybe you're right.
It would be UU. Yeah.
So we did see the details on the Doc Ock, and I had to make a tweet. I said, you guys did it right, because I'm going to be honest, I did not expect them to have an animated version after we had Mr. Fantastic with all the opportunity to be animated. And I know that they said, or Rob, you found somewhere that they said that it was because it was an older collectible or something like that.
The team that made it was like from the same guys that made like Electra or something like that. So it was kind of outdated. But
there was a couple of things with that Mr. Fantastic though, like the suit color didn't match Sue Storm's suit color, different logo. It's like, why are we doing these things?
Well, the thing with this drop at first, I agree with you. We wanted it to be animated, but we didn't get our hopes up because before some of the drops, like Buzz, for example, we had high expectations and we just naturally thought that it was going to be animated. Then we lowered the bar. So we didn't expect this to be animated, but now Veve's making us bring our bar back up. So it's one of those things. You can't give us animation and then take it away from us and think that people won't get grumpy about it. Even though we're privileged to have that, you spoiled us with animation. We need it on every single.
We know what you're capable of. That's what the problem is. We're not upset. We're disappointed.
Yes, we need it on every single drop,
or else we're going to be disappointed.
Don't even put it out if it's not going to have it.
Yeah, and I had to put it out here. This might be the best animation on the app.
Yeah,
I
bold
think.
statement, but it is absolutely incredible. Look at this. He
Look at it, it's
lunges
crazy.
forward, like,
He's
with his
walking on the
tentacles.
tentacles. He's walking on the tentacles. Come on.
It's sick. I mean, that's one of the ones. I mean, we talked about it in many different videos, how we love using the AR function to show VV to other
Yeah,
people and what it can do. This would be one of the ones that I think I would definitely pull out, whether you're a Marvel fan or not.
100%. Imagine this just in your house, like
Yeah.
attacking the fridge.
Yeah. Put it on the table.
Here's another funny picture that we found. You got Mr.
Yeah.
Fantastic changing the light bulb, and it was like, how many NFTs does it take to change a light bulb? I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Cool.
Clearly, the answer is 3.
Yeah.
Shut off from ecomi, another VIP. Of course, it's a VIP putting out that fire picture.
Quality. That quality.
Okay, so let's address something. Yesterday, we had a really high price prediction for our Amazing Spider-Man 300, but we had our numbers based off of math, and we did some back testing, and we used real life data, and we tried to kind of convert it into what the pricing should be around in Veve.
Yeah.
We did see this book hit around 80 gems at one point. We had a prediction, I think, of 99 gems or something like that. To me, anything below that number, which we found through data and through real life world prices and Veve prices, like we did a combination with other existing book, with the Kang book, even though they're not maybe comparable because they're from different eras. We tried to factor that in and adjust it, and we even said it might be a little bit lower. So when we're seeing things around 60 gems, I think that just shows maybe some opportunity in this book.
Hold on a second here, though. You know, if you remember, you actually said, I think on multiple occasions, that we think we might be a little bit high. Now, after the video, Superstar El Champ, I'm not sure if you know this, commented below in our comments saying that he loved that we shouted him out, but he thought that we were maybe a little bit. He thought that we didn't give enough of a decay factor to the fact that the Copper era comics are not as valuable than the Silver Age. So when we did the comparison, we didn't give enough of a decay factor to bring it down, or we didn't write it out. We knew it was possible. You know, we mentioned it. You mentioned it multiple times. It could be lower. We were a little bit high, maybe with 100, and it did come in around 60. I think at one point it hit 80, came down to 60. This time we're going to account for the decay factor going into the next prediction, but it's just something to keep in mind going forward because we treated the Silver Age as valuable as the Copper Age and then adjusted for the mints. We should have added another decay factor, the fact that it's not the same quality. That's the right word.
For me, I'm not upset if it comes in under that number. And even if we had a little bit more decay, where are we really at? Are we at from 99 or we're at 80 maybe is a fair price? And we're seeing the book at 57, 60 right now. So to me, like I said, I think there's some opportunity here. There's only 6,000 of these books. We've got books, first appearance of Doc Ock. We got first appearance. Like I know they're older books. But they're trading for more than this, and there's triple the amount of mints. Is it really 3 times better? I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's still got us in the right, like it was still in the right ballpark. Like we knew this common wasn't going to sell it listed, for example. Like AF15, we knew would not go anywhere near listed. You had people selling for 150 gems, which like that's like really off. Like that's off by a massive factor of like hundreds of percent. Like you're off by like 3 times, 4 times. In this case, we were off by about 50%, right? Because it's 60 to 100. Well, a little bit more than that. Yeah. But it's not like you're off by 3-4x when it comes to this. So we know we're not going to be perfect, but we're not completely out of whack when you go from 60 gems to 100 gems. It's not like, you know, if you predicted listed and it sells for 60, you were 3x off.
Yeah, no, we pretty much guaranteed that you were going to make money on this drop, and if you went for it, you made money if you were flipping it.
Right, so we did have comments basically suggesting that, right? A listed price on the sale.
Yeah. Okay, so that's out of the way. Let us get into the drop tomorrow. I know a lot of people are wondering what's Doc going to go for. They got that new variant with the shiny red. I don't even think I showed it actually, so maybe I should pull that up.
Yeah, do you have the meme article? I have it.
I have it right here. So
you got it. Okay.
So that's the common, which is the standard pose. I think we're going to have issues with that one.
Yeah.
The red one, I've seen a lot of hate on this, but it will be the first red Marvel. It's almost like Marvel's like, oh, we got to do a Golden Moments type of thing and go with the red one. If you compare all Golden Moments, I just want to say something. If you compare all Golden Moments, the first one being Bart and Homer is not the most expensive one. So if that is your reasoning to think that this will be going through the roof, if they come out with a all red Spider-Man, you're done. It's not going to happen, even if it's not FA. I think Spider-Man or Miles Morales. Can you imagine they come up with a red version of Miles Morales? It's over.
Yeah, maybe this will do better over time as more red ones come out, and you will have to collect the whole red set. But
yeah,
it doesn't really excite me right now.
It doesn't mean that it will be the most expensive one. Is what I was trying to get at.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you got the animated one, which we showed a little bit earlier. So,
pretty cool.
Rob, why don't you pull over to your screen, show them our spreadsheet, and kind of walk them through how we got our numbers, and then we'll have a little bit of back and forth and explain ourselves.
Listed price is 50. Common, you got 7616. We got sorry, I'll do it over here. I think the ultra rare 3616, 3616, secret rare 1616, 616. David, you playing games with the numbers as per usual. Earth 616. So you got a 60% chance at a common, 28% chance at ultra rare, and you got a 12.58% at a secret rare. Now, for price predictions, we had to come up with some comparable. One of the comparables we thought of was Boba Fett. Boba Fett had a common at 11,980 mints. It's currently selling at 20 gems. Uncommon 9932, selling at 20 gems. And the ultra rare 5,932, selling for 150 gems. That one's animated. So we just kind of did the same thing with the mints adjustment, right? And we just multiplied it by a factor, and this is what we got. So if you normalize the fact that there's 7616 versus 11980, and you multiply it by 20, you get 31 gems on the common, 55 gems on the ultra rare, and 551 gems on the secret rare. Just kind of like treating the uncommon to multiply the ultra rare and the ultra rare to multiply the secret rare. So we felt like, from what we did last time, we need to add some kind of decay factor, and we wanted some other comparables to help us out. The other one was Thor, actually, and also Buzz. So Buzz ultra rare, there's 2,000 mints selling for 120 gems. And then for the Thor drop, pull it up right over here. This is Thor Ultimate. Hold on. Because the Thor is actually a main Marvel character that's animated, so it's pretty good. If I can't pull up, I have it written down over here. It's 270 gems, and there's 2,200 of them. So you got 2,200 mints, 200 selling for 270. Then you got the Buzz selling for 120, and there's around the same thing, 2,000 mints. So you're somewhere in that range, and that's not animated. So what we figured was that the common would be maybe half as good as, let's say, a Thor. So we multiply it at 50% decay factor to that, and we're saying 15 gems for the common.
I think that there's two in this set that people want. There might be some draw towards the red because it's the first red. I don't think people like the pose. I've seen the sentiment on Twitter of the red one, but
yeah.
If people are going to go for this, they're hoping for the red or they're hoping for the secret rare. Anything less is an instant flip, I think, in my opinion. I think that's where you're going to see a huge sell-off on the common, and there's 7,600 of them. I actually don't think this drop's going to sell out, if I'm going to be honest with you. I think if we look at Not My Buzz, you're going to see that. I don't even know if that's sold out yet, but the difference here is that the animation on this one is really, really clean.
Yeah.
The graphic of the actual Doc Ock, though, like if you look at his body, his face, there's a lot of trash talk about it. They say that the suit's too tight. He should be wearing like a military outfit. I don't even know what it is. But a lot of people aren't happy with how the actual character looks. The animation's clean, though. I don't know how much of a draw Doc Ock is, especially for younger people. Buzz, everybody loves Buzz. They did Buzz wrong, though, right? So then I feel like that might be your closest comparable, because Buzz IP is up here, but they did them down here. And then this one here, the IP is like middle of the pack, and they did them like middle of the pack. You got a sick animation, but you got a kind of weird graphic. So I feel like Buzz might be the best comparable.
Well, speaking of the ultra rare, right, we got to give it, I guess, some credit because it is the first red one that they're going to do a whole series of. Yeah. But still, like it's if it doesn't sell out, it's going to take a big hit on that ultra rare. We were thinking that the ultra rare could sell around listed, that the red one would sell around listed. Yeah. If it doesn't sell out, I think it's going to go even less. And I think that what we typically find is the ones that don't sell out, it's really that if people are just gambling to get the secret rare in this case. Yeah. So as we were mentioning, Buzz is pretty well known, especially in the Veve community, probably more popular because Buzz is more of a hero than is a villain, right? We know in the comic book world, the villains have a shorter lifespan and they have less fans because of it. So Doc Ock is one of them where he would be less popular than, let's say, a Buzz, but what would he sell at? Obviously, this 551 we don't agree with. We think there's no chance.
No
if
chance.
Thor animated is 270, Buzz is 120. There's no way. So this is where Joe and I weren't really on the same page. I was thinking that since it's scarce enough and the animation is cool enough, if Thor's 270 and there's less mints than Thor, it could trade for maybe 180 to 200. Joe, what were you thinking?
I think what we can see here, and maybe for all rarities, especially the ultra rare, I think you can see out the gates a little bit of FOMO into the red one, and then I think it's going to come right back down to box, just because people are going to realize, like, what did I just do? Why did I just buy a red fat guy in a suit? I saw some good comments though on Twitter. Like, they were saying maybe they should have just made. I know their plan is probably make the whole thing the color, just like Golden Moments. But imagine if the tentacles were red, and the rest of the body was the same, or he's wearing a red suit, and I don't know. But anyway, I don't think it's going to perform well, especially if we don't see that sellout. And then on top of that, the secret rare, I was lower than the 150. Rob was higher. I think he's gonna be around where Buzz is at. I think he's gonna be around 120. I think the IP of Buzz is bigger. It looks clean like that. The Buzz actually has like really, really clean graphics. It's just not my Buzz.
Yeah.
It's not animated.
Yeah.
It's not animated. This one has a really clean animation. I think that kind of makes them kind of draw even. I do think out the gates, they'll come out maybe a little higher, but I think they will settle down, and we'll see him around 120, 130. So we settled on 150, somewhere in the middle. Yeah. And I think that's fair.
We just said, okay, we'll go down the middle. We'll say 150 for this one. It's pretty cool to have. It might be it's the bear market. We tend to see these collectibles continue to drop in price. You know, you don't have to FOMO into it on drop day if you don't want to. It might be a pretty good set to collect if you think about it, because you're getting a secret rare, an ultra rare, and a common. Not bad for MCP, and you're probably going to get them for maybe just over 200.
Yeah.
For all we know, it might go under 200, especially if this doesn't go at box price and it goes less.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think. The other one I was thinking about was, as we're talking here, was Stitch. I don't know if I'll be able to find it, but
what is the is it at 80?
I want to see what the secret rare.
They have weird names. I always forget the names. Okay, Wild Energy. No, that's the secret rare. It's only at 70 gems.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not animated, but there's more. There's 26. There's 1,000 less.
I just think it's not going to go over 120. This guy, and I think it will decay over time. Like as the new things come out, I think you can even get him cheaper, Doc Ock. But we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. We'll give him first day pricing, and we'll say 150 down the middle. Rob's probably right that it'll probably go up high and then come back. I think it'll come back down though.
Well, we've seen this already happen time and time again with pretty much every drop on Veve. It comes out, you're going to have a day that it comes out is going to be priced, and over time. Yeah. They do tend to drop off quite a bit. There's many drops. I remember having discussions back in June, July, or even earlier. We're talking about how the Veve collectibles aren't going to do too hot. But staying out of drops to try to buy it later isn't a terrible idea. You're not really losing much. People always talk about the FOMO. Like, what if you don't buy it and it pumps? It very well may happen. This is another one of those examples where maybe as more time goes on, you might be better off buying it maybe a week from now if you really, really want to get in, if you're not patient enough to wait a month or even two.
The other thing, this one we know is it's an AR beauty. That's what we're going to call them now from now on, like an AR beauty. You got the T-Rex. What's the T-Rex trading at? That's another one you should check. You've got the Up House. You've got all these ones here that are great in AR. I think I forget what the name of that guy is.
I forget it as well. I always forget they give him special
there
names.
There he is. Go down. He's there.
Yeah, there it is.
Animated number 110. 110. You see?
Animated 2. Hold on. We need animated 2.
It's right there.
Oh, there it is. 110. Yeah, he's been dropping. He at one point I remember he was at like he was at 220, 230, and it's just been a steady decline. I mean, we could see it right here in the 3-month chart. Even though
but everybody loves the T-Rex. I mean, that IP to me is bigger than Doc Ock.
No, the T-Rex is amazing. I mean, it actually dipped pretty low. It actually went down to 96. When did that? August 22nd. Yeah. Dipped down. So again, we're gonna continue seeing this. We're gonna continue seeing this. There's gonna be blips along the way, bumps along the way, but
yeah. So I think you should show the Excel sheet one more time and show them the probability of profit. And
yes.
We'll give our final on if we're going for this drop.
Yeah. So probably a profit if you go for 113% based on these price predictions, of course. 24% if you go for 2, 33% if you go for 3, 31%, and it decays after 3. So if you are going to go for it and you want to give yourself the best chance, it's only a 1 in 3 chance of actually profiting, then it would be you go for 3. But if I want to go for more than that because the listed price is too high and the return is not enough.
So I'm not going for the drop. I'll say it straight up. And my plan is I would eventually like to get into the Secret Rare. If it does meet these price predictions, I might do that in a week or two.
Yeah, it's pretty sensitive. Like if you're like bullish on this and you think it's going to sell for 200, then you're actually better off going for a lot of them. If you're like Joe and you're really bearish on it, you said not even 120.
I think 120 is a good average, but yeah, now that I've seen the Stitch at 69, it's starting to scare me.
There you go. So then at that point, you only want to go for 2. If you go for the 150, like we said, we just mentioned it, and even the 180 that I was mentioning, 180 to 2, even at 180, that little bit of extra cost makes your odds a little bit better going for a bit more. In this case, 4 instead of 3.
If it doesn't sell out, you're going to have the opportunity to go for as many as you want, it seems like, right?
It should adjust itself, though. If it doesn't sell out, like eventually the market should find that equilibrium. People should figure this out.
And you can also put in market prices into our spreadsheet for accurate pricing at that point, and then double check and see if it makes sense to go buy a box.
Correct.
Most of the time when it doesn't sell out, it doesn't make sense to buy a box.
usually the prices are like at that point, like I don't see that uncommon going. It's gonna go less, right? Like even if this is like 200 and that's 25, no, it works out. The Secret Rare is everything in this case. You do have a 13% chance of that Secret Rare, which it's still pretty bad if you ask me, but
yeah, it's bad.
It's there.
All right.
Okay. Well, thank you guys all so much for watching. Let us know below what you guys think about today's video. We want to hear what your thoughts are. What are your price predictions? Let us know below. Joe, show us what you got.
So I've got another one for the VIP, and this one looks like it is another shelf. So you got a shelf to store your collectibles. If you win, you can take the shelf and you can put them up on your shelf. You can have a shelf on a shelf.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Okay. The shelf's pretty
cool, nothing crazy, but it's got a little Disney tag.
Nice.
Put on it. So yeah, that's it.
Cool. Okay, guys, make sure if you haven't already, you smash the subscribe button, join the Superstar fam. We want to hear from you no matter what. We don't care if you agree, disagree with our price predictions, but we want to hear yours. Put yours down below. Stick your neck out. Give us a price prediction. If you're wrong, who cares? It's all for fun anyways. Let us know below. Hit the bell button. You don't want to miss any future AMAs that might come. You never know when we're going to hit you with one of those. So don't forget to hit the bell button as well. And now you can also become a Superstar VIP if you want to have a star in the universe named after you on the 31st. Wow, tomorrow. So a lot of people are going to drop off. The odds are going to be better than you think. Hats are sold out. So, you know, it was, in the end, it was successful. We may now consider more merch. You know, maybe the t-shirts might do, you know, a small run of those. Maybe we'll do more hats. It looks like there was enough demand for it that we can maybe do a few small batches every once in a while. So you can also get our spreadsheet. You might need it tomorrow if it doesn't sell out. Maybe you want to test the numbers and the probabilities to see if it's worth buying for. It's only $2.99 a month. We want to bring as much utility as possible to you. So thank you guys all so much for watching, and we will see you on the next one. Take care.
Love you. Bye.